In this video, we're going to take a look at the Camera View Toolbar, which is new to Motion Builder 6. This is a great way to control your camera without having to use any keys on the keyboard, as well as access several viewer options without having to dig into any drop-down menus. Now, it exists here at the top of the viewer window, so let's take a look at what some of these buttons do. In order to do this, let me bring in an object that we can rotate around. Of course, we could just use the grid, but throwing in a cube is so much more exciting. And I'll just bring this here into the middle of the window. Now, of course, on the left, we have the View and Display menus, which have always been there. First off, on our list, we have the Orbit button located here. And what this is going to allow you to do, if you use the left mouse button, is orbit around your object pretty much as you would expect to in any 3D application. So we're using our center of interest and simply rotating around it. If instead we use the right mouse button, we are panning and tilting our camera, which is kind of like turning your head or rotating the camera in a security camera style fashion. Like so. Next to this, we have the traveling button. This is going to allow you to travel the camera, left, right, up, and down. Notice no forward motion in the camera. We're simply sliding. Or to travel with interest if you use the right mouse button. So I'm sliding the camera left, right, up, and down, but we keep looking at our center of interest. Now, just something I'd like to point out, I'm using Motion Builder 6.0.1, and at the time of this recording, the tooltip for this button is reversed. It says traveling with interest is the left mouse, and traveling is with R. Flip those in your head, and you'll be good to go. Next, we have the Dolly button, which allows us to dolly the camera in and out. If we use left mouse, we're just simply doing a regular dolly. So we slide in, we slide out, very easy. If we use the right mouse button instead, we are dollying with interest, which means that we can slide the camera left and right while we dolly. So very cool. Next to this, we have zoom. Now, zoom is often confused with dolly. It's a completely different thing, though. In this regard, what we're going to be doing is actually changing the field of view of the camera. So as we zoom out, you can see the view getting heavily skewed. The camera's location is not changing. You can even see the manipulator changing shape here. And as we zoom in, we start to lose all of our depth. The default is 40 degrees. So we'll get somewhere around 40 and we'll call it quits. Next to this, of course, we have the roll button, which is going to allow us to roll the camera. If we use the left mouse button, we can freely roll to a barrel roll, kind of disorienting to watch. And the right mouse button is going to allow us to roll in increments of 15 degrees, which is an easy way to reset the roll back to 0 if you should get it slightly offset and you need to set anything back. So those are the camera controls, very easy to use. If you have one hand tied up with a cup of coffee or with anything else and you can't get down to your keyboard hotkey for controlling the camera, you do have these buttons across the top of the screen. Very handy or easy to use. And next to this, down here on the end, we have the trajectories button. Now, the trajectories button has its very own video, so I won't spend too much time on it. Next to this, we have the 2D magnifier. And what this is going to do is allow us to magnify parts of our scene without actually moving the camera at all. You'll notice as soon as we activate the 2D magnifier, our camera controls over here change. We have the ability to travel still, but notice we have this yellow dashed framed area. This is basically taking our current view and moving around it as if it were a two-dimensional picture. Our zoom tool is going to be the same way. It's just going to allow us to zoom into and out of our current view. Again, we are not moving the camera at all. As soon as we switch off the 2D magnifier, we go right back to our camera's original location. It's a great way to kind of scout out a particular shot. If you want to zoom in and make sure that maybe one aspect of your scene is visible while another is invisible, or really anything at all. Next to this, we have Selective Redraw, and what this is going to do is take your viewer and make sure that only your viewer is updating. So your viewer window will update as you play, but no other window operations will update. So if you have a very heavy scene and maybe it's starting to slow Motion Builder down a little bit, you can switch this on and it'll speed things back up. So that, in a nutshell, is going to be the Camera View Toolbar. This is a relatively short video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot.